just wanted to start by asking just an update on the block.
I can't give you one right now. Just went back and took a look at him, and he's getting checked out. So I'll probably be able to give you a lot more tomorrow.
Okay. And then looking at the game as a whole, what did you think about the commitment level from your team tonight?
Well, I guess I can work backwards. Obviously, really happy with the win, but some of the things that we worked on and wanted to fix this week throughout practice showed up, and I thought our shift length and our commitment to the battles, to shot blocking, was significantly better than it was last week, and it showed up in the game. I thought we played an aggressive game. Third period got on our heels a little bit, but that was due in large part to the continuous penalties. Our penalty kill was outstanding. I think we were 5 for 5, but I think of it as 6 for 6 because we had another 2.5 minutes with the goaltender pulled, and got one on the power play. So usually when you find a way to end up on the positive side of the special teams, you have a real good chance of winning the game.
Did you have a chance to give the lines a couple of days to gel in practice? I'm wondering what you saw from Kevin, Phil, and Trevor tonight, maybe versus adversity.
Yeah, their first shift was really important for them. They got a lot of confidence and energy from that, obviously scoring. But I thought they were, how do I put this, a true line. They played all over the rink, not just offensively minded tonight. They played a solid game both ways, and that made them dangerous the whole night. So really happy for Kev. Had an outstanding game. I thought Phil played one of his better games lately, and they looked like they were dangerous.
You just touched on it, Todd, about Kev. He said the other day he feels he has to be better. Was tonight direct evidence of that and him being a difference maker in the positive?
Well, I think so, yeah. And look, Kev, I think I said this to the media before. Kev is, I don't know if he's our leading scorer now, but he's right up near the top, and we're 15 or 18% into the season. By the end of the year, he's going to be way up there. We're going to be really happy with his offensive output. But tonight, you saw the energy and the drive and the battles and the commitment. If we get that all the time, we got one hell of a player. And it's there. He's been a little bit frustrated, and we're trying to help him. But I was proud of him tonight. He made some real good plays and responded well.
Todd, if you're Paul Maurice, you probably say you didn't get enough traffic to the net. But if you're yourself, you say we did a good job boxing out.
I think that's a real good analogy. I'm not sure what Mo would be saying, but we did block a lot of shots. A lot of those came in penalty kill situations. It may not be the true block where you're getting full body like Kempe had in the last few seconds, but just a nick on the stick, something to throw the other team off a bit. We had a lot of that, and then Talb's fought through traffic too. So did a real good job of net play. It was one of our goals at both ends.
Especially after the last two games. I don't know. I remember growing up, we always talk about the KISS principle.
Yeah.
Some of what was going on tonight.
Somewhat. We haven't talked about that principle, but we spent this week trying to figure a few things out as a team. How we were going to do things, what was important from line to line. For those of you who've been around in the past, I talked a lot about handing off a good shift. And we did a much better job of that tonight than we did against Philly 5 or 6 days ago. And whether that's the KISS principle or not, I don't know, but they did a good job of picking up on that.
Todd, I can't really recall any dangerous transition opportunities for them. Was this one of your cleaner games with the puck in a while?
It was. I think they had 1 2-on-1 in the first period. Roisey knocked the puck down and Cousins got it, I think, but England did a real good job of breaking that up. But not a lot of outnumbered rushes, not a lot of free play where they were getting freebies. Anything that they got, they had to earn. And there's no such thing as a perfect game. We understand that. We all know that. But we made it hard on them. They also made it hard on us. That was a pretty competitive, tight game.
It seemed like you guys kind of dealt with their pushes really well. They tried to get physical in the first period behind the net there. The second period power play, Cam made 3 great stops. Would you say, not keeping it simple, but maybe straightforward and keeping the emotion out of the game tonight?
The momentum swings in the game are important. I think sometimes we forget that team went to the Stanley Cup Finals, and they understand that. They have some agitators on their team, so you got to figure out what you're going to do in those situations, how you're going to handle it. But I thought we did a real good job in those moments. Both teams had pushes. Both teams handled it well. Pretty evenly played night.
Cam's making the saves, obviously. What do you think is about you guys' system as well that seems to be a real good match for him and allow him to also thrive?
I think Cam reads the play well. You know, we think of just goaltenders that make saves. He can read the play, and we try and be as predictable as we can for all positions, but especially for our goaltenders. So perhaps that helps him too.
Along that line, important game for him and team in general, but I mean for him.
No, I don't think an important game for Talbot. I think he's been outstanding the whole year. Sometimes when if I answered that question, yes, we would think he was, a desperate situation. He's got to show up and play. I think it was a well-played, clean game for him, but I don't think for him it was we got to have this one. He just steadily did his thing.
Todd, you mentioned Cam's been strong to start the season. The general consensus from fans and media was that goaltending would be the big area of weakness for this team. You were adamant that wasn't the case. He's proven incorrect. How important not only for his individual confidence, but for the team as a whole as his strong start there?
Well, you have to have good goaltending to be successful. That's just the way it is. And it's sometimes unfair that there's only two of them. That's all you're, basically allowed to carry. It puts a lot of pressure on them, and we have had good goaltending this year, for the most part, and it does give everybody confidence. But it works both ways. If the team's playing well in front of the goalies, they feel pretty good about it too.
When you're able to score a goal so early, jump out to that first period lead, what does that do for you guys, especially at home?
Well, not that the fans weren't into the game, but it certainly gets them into it real quick. And after 4 days off, that's the key in all of this. After 4 days off, you're anxious to watch and see what's going to happen early in the game. For us to score right away, it kind of gets the confidence level up right away. Everybody feels good about it, and it takes us right into the night.
And after the game against Philly, you'd said that maybe there was some concern about the home record. Obviously, this is just one game, but does this get you back on track to where you want to be at home?
I'll answer that question after the St. Louis game because I can't, like you said, it's one night.
Bit of a cruel irony that Gale got dinged on that play, but is that also kind of the play you would like to see more of from him when he's got his legs charging and making power moves like that?
Yeah, let's hope he's okay because nobody wants to see that happen. He took the puck to the net really hard, and I don't think that there's Pierre-Luc's play with the puck. There's no issue at all. He handles it well. He's big. He's strong. He makes plays and whatnot. We're just trying to push him a little bit more without the puck. Can he use his size and his body and create space? But he and his line had a pretty good night as well before he got banged up.
Chad draws in for his first game in a while. Just what did you make of his play?
Did an admirable job. Just spoke about his line. I think he had the benefit of playing 2 games last week, which put him in a good spot tonight. Would have been tough to ask him to do that otherwise, but he did a real good job.
What are you looking for to build from this game, heading into the St. Louis game to close out the homestand here?
Yeah, there are. We'll look at this one. We'll take a peek at what St. Louis is doing right now. We haven't played them in a long time. And get a quick skate in tomorrow, and I'd like to think we'll be ready to put something together here at home, but we have to take that test first.
You're going to get a salty Blues team who got pummeled by San Jose.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't even know what the score was or anything, but every night's a different night, so